I hadn't seen Maddie in almost 3 years when she texted me asking we meet up. We'd been tight in high school until life happened. She suggested Chuck E. Cheese of all places, said it'd be nostalgic. I showed up first and snagged a booth near the back. Maddie walked in maybe 10 minutes later, looking like she'd stepped off a runway with this massive diamond on her finger that kept catching the light every time she moved her hands. We ordered pizza and started catching up, but I noticed pretty quick that the conversation kept looping back to Ricky, her fiancé.
Ricky owns 3 car dealerships. We're exchanging vows in June.
She said, toying with the ring.
That's amazing. You must be over the moon. Over the moon? I'm set for life, Vi. Ricky's loaded and loves spoiling me.
Something about how she said it rubbed me the wrong way.
But are you actually in love with him?
I asked. Maddie's smile slipped for just a second.
Of course I am.
Before I could push back on that, this employee walked past us carrying a tray piled with dirty dishes. Maddie's eyes tracked him, then widened.
Jesus. Is that you, Nathan?
She called loud enough to make heads turn at tables. The guy stopped walking. I saw his face and immediately remembered him as Nathan, her boyfriend of 2 years during high school, whom Maddie had dumped right around graduation. Hey, Maddie. Nathan smiled softly.
Nice seeing you after so long at Chuck E. Cheese.
It pays the bills. He shrugged.
Of course it does. But what happened to all those startup ideas and yacht dreams?
My mom got sick, Nathan replied. I had to stay home and take care of her.
Oh, how noble.
Maddie taunted, then showed him her huge diamond engagement ring.
See this? This is what my life looks like now. I'm marrying Ricky Crawford. You've probably heard of him? Crawford Auto Group? Maddie, stop.
I tried cutting in, feeling embarrassed for both of them.
You know what's the difference between you and Ricky, Nathan? He's a winner while you're still here wiping down tables.
Nathan just looked at her for a second, then just nodded once and walked away.
Oh, God, that felt good.
Maddie said, settling back in the booth.
I can't believe I wasted 2 whole years on that loser. That was cool.
I replied flatly.
Oh, come on, Vi. I'm just being honest.
Before I was about to tell her exactly what I thought of her honesty, the front door slammed open, and 2 guys in ski masks came rushing in, waving guns. Everyone started screaming immediately. Everyone get down! One of them fired a shot into the ceiling, and suddenly the whole place went dead quiet, except for some sobbing kids. Maddie grabbed my arm as one of the gunmen went behind the counter and forced the manager to empty out the register. The other one started making his way between the tables, demanding wallets, phones, and jewelry. When he got to our table, he pointed the gun straight at Maddie. The ring! Give it here! Maddie's other hand flew up to cover it.
No, it's mine! My fiancé gave me this.
The guy grabbed her by the hair and yanked her head back hard. Maddie screamed, but he shut her up with a hard slap across the face. She fell sideways in the booth. Stop! Nathan shouted as he approached us with his hands raised. Leave her alone. Just take the money and get out.
Nathan, don't.
Back off, man. I'll shoot. The gunman swung the weapon toward him. She's scared, Nathan said, still coming closer. Just let her keep the ring. It doesn't mean anything to you anyway. You kidding? It's worth thousands. Get back. Nathan looked at Maddie, who was sobbing, still holding her face where she'd been hit. Then back at the gunman. Take this instead. Just leave her alone, Nathan said, pulling off his watch. It wasn't anything special, probably worth about $50. The gunman actually laughed at that. That's a piece of junk. You, girl, give me the ring. He reached for Maddie again, but Nathan lunged forward, grabbing at the guy's arm. They started struggling, the gun waving around between them. Other people were screaming now, running for the exits. The second gunman was shouting something I couldn't make out over all the chaos. Suddenly, the gun went off. Nathan stumbled backward. His hand went to his chest. Blood started spreading across his shirt.
Nathan!
Maddie screamed. He went down. The gunman took off running. I dropped to my knees beside Nathan and pressed my hands against the wound, even though I could already tell it was bad.
Someone call 911!
I shouted. Nathan's eyes found Maddie. She was on the floor next to him now, sobbing, her hands hovering over him like she wanted to help, but had no idea what to do. "I'm sorry," Nathan whispered. His breathing was getting shallow. "I'm sorry I couldn't. Nathan choked before his eyes closed. The paramedics showed up maybe 3 minutes later, but there was nothing anyone could do. They pronounced him dead right there on the Chuck E. Cheese floor, surrounded by arcade games and birthday decorations. The cops took statements from everyone. They caught the gunman a couple of hours later, trying to cross state lines. Maddie sat in the back of the ambulance, with a blanket wrapped around her shoulders, just staring at nothing. I sat down next to her, and we didn't talk for a long time. Then, Maddie completely broke down.
I'm awful, Vi.
She looked down at her engagement ring, that massive diamond Nathan had died trying to protect. Slowly, she pulled it off her finger and just stared at it.
I lost a diamond while I was chasing gold.
She choked out. Maddie never married Ricky. She called off the engagement 2 days after Nathan's funeral. She said she couldn't marry someone she didn't actually love, not after seeing what real love looked like. She visits Nathan's grave every week now, but none of that can bring him back.